All right, so this happened. I was on Facebook in the group. What is it called? Relationship 2.0. Yeah, it's a silly group, crazy group, a lot of nonsense. But sometimes there are things of substance that come out of it. So this young lady, Monique Johnson. I am blessed. She has a YouTube as well, and I'll probably do a video with her in the future. But anyway, she posted this statement about these silly ass memes that women be placing on Facebook, or this idea that a woman who's abrasive, loud, belligerent, combative, women, they tend to, well, specifically in context, black women, because they're the ones who are doing this, and let's keep it in context. They think that somehow if you don't tolerate that or control that or deal with that, you're somehow weak, and we're gonna speak on that. I wanted to do this video a while ago because I saw something that happened. Because keep it in context, the female who posted the video pointed out how scripture doesn't tell men to handle women like that. It doesn't instruct men to avoid women like that. But we're gonna take a look at this. I don't know how clear that's coming out and how much you can read it or not, but this is what happened a while back, and this is what made me want to discuss this topic a long time ago, but I never did it. But this is a female, right? This is her response. So this chick is confused, feminist slash Hebrew Israelite slash Muslim, like some word caught her and her husband made up. But she's supposed to be like a religious female, and that's the context of this conversation. Is that scripture doesn't tell men to tolerate such women; it tells men to avoid such women. But basically, another female YouTuber who is ratchet as hell and turned out to be a porn star, she was being honest and admitting that she was combative, she was loud, she was ignorant, she was belligerent, and she took that out on the men that were in her lives, whatever. And she was admitting that. But this other female, the one who posted this, what you're reading on your screen, this is what she writes. She says, "Girl, please get loud." She tells her, this is the religious female, right? This is the woman who's supposed to be reveling her behavior, teaching the younger women right from wrong, and giving them an example. The girl herself, was admitting that she was foul. This is the religious female telling her, "Girl, get loud." A real man, and there goes that word. So everything else you already know that's stated in this post is, you can disregard it because she started off with that nonsense statement. A real man sees through that. He knows that you're passionate. He knows that you're just talking, and if he was there with you, he would know how to handle that if he had to. I'm just saying, a real man knows how to take charge. So this is this whole thing about taking charge and tolerating or dealing with bipolar retarded females. Some black women believe that you're supposed to do that. And I notice this a lot with these so-called conscious chicks. They feel that way. They want you to gamble your freedom and your sanity and your peace to tolerate their nonsense. One thing that's hilarious though about the black female stereotype of being the angry woman is that it has morphed over the years. Like it went from "no, we're not like this," "no, we're not all like that," to "well, white women do it too." That was the narrative for a little while. But if you look on YouTube now, you'll see videos of women saying that, yeah, we're this way because someone did this to us or someone made us this way, and it's some man's fault. So therefore, every man who deals with us will have to pay for or tolerate this behavior because of what happened in the past. And that's when I hit him with that Music Soul Child Previous Cat song, where I'm not dealing with any drama that any other person did to you. I didn't abuse you, I didn't hurt you, I didn't play you, and I damn sure I'm not going to take the penalty of another brother's crime. But the whole it has morphed a lot over. All right, so basically you see what the meme says. It says weak men be like, "I can't handle you, yours is too much for me." And then she has a picture of the strong man, take your ass in the bedroom and do what daddy tells you. Okay, I guess that's what a strong man is, someone who dominates you and tells you what to do. But I responded to this post. I'll read what I posted. I'm probably gonna leave the link to this particular conversation in the description box so you can chime in or look at the response. So basically, this is what I said. I said Monique Johnson is correct. Scripture does instruct men to avoid such women. And then I labeled some of the scriptures because the female who commented in there didn't believe that that narrative was in there. Better to live in the desert than with a quarrelsome and nagging wife. Proverbs 21:19. Like a gold ring in a pig's snout is a beautiful woman who shows no discretion. Proverbs 11:22. A contentious dripping and a very rainy day are like. Oh, my bad. Let me read that again. A contentious dripping and a very rainy day and a contentious woman are alike. Proverbs 27:15. Now that same scripture is repeated several times in throughout the Proverbs, and it's even mentioned, I think, in the New Testament too. Um, but it says, now this was also my response. It said, let's keep it in context. Somehow, some black women have been deceived into believing that men not wanting to deal with their bipolar behavior makes them weak. You handle garbage or baggage, not a woman. If you feel you need to be domesticated, take your ASS to the zoo. That is where animals get handled. I also went on to say, Scripture does encourage men to seek women who are reverent in their behavior, women with meekness, women who are, so to speak, meaning they know when to STFU. A woman wins over a disobedient husband not by her words but by her behavior. No man should risk his freedom or peace by dealing with a female's misguided masochistic fantasies. Yeah. This is a picture of me and my brother, my little brother, and his wife at his wedding a few years ago. Don't worry, she's not American. Nah. But she's not American. She's from not Guyana, but Ghana, South America, or whatever. But anyways, when we were at the wedding, I did like a little interview. Unfortunately, I didn't record his part right. I got her part though. But I was basically asking him, like, because they're Jehovah's Witnesses, them two are, and I was asking him, like, what made him choose to marry a woman abroad rather here, because here he did have, like, they tried to pair him up with other women to marry in their church or whatever, and he didn't choose them, and he basically was admitting, like, he doesn't like the American woman attitude, period. Like, he doesn't play no games. My brother is serious as hell, I'm proud of that little dude. But basically he was admitting that, he doesn't like the way Western women act, and that's why he chose a woman abroad. And they're still over there. You can't bring her back here. Keep her over there. That's a different video though. But anyways, one thing I asked him, he said about her, he's like, he knows, like, he can be doing too much sometimes, and he needs to be tamed and quiet down and all that. And he said the one thing he loved about his wife is that she knew how to do that without being belligerent, ignorant, or nagging. Like, she knew how to put him in his place, hypothetically, without acting out of hand. And that's what a biblical wife is supposed to do. She's supposed to be able to, win you over with her behavior, not with her mouth. The biblical wife is, so to speak, and this is the context of the conversation. If you're not a believer or a Christian, this doesn't have anything to do with you. That is the point, though, is that it seems that another different video, that cult women or women who are like Jehovah's Witnesses, Mormons, Seventh-day Adventists, Muslim women, they have more discipline than black Christian women. They do, hands down. That's a different video, but they do. But he was making that point to me that, she knew how to handle him or deal with him without being ignorant or belligerent. Another one of my coworkers was telling me about how, him and his girl had a domestic dispute or whatever. The cops were called, and it was her fault for the whole situation. But they're out in the hallway, and she got to speak first, tell her side of the story, and then it was his turn to speak. And the reason why the call was made was it was her fault. And he was asserting himself. He was like, being chill, being calm, cool, collective. He let her speak. It was his turn. The cop let her speak, didn't let him interrupt her. Her turn. Every time he's trying to talk, she's talking over him, talking behind him, getting loud. He told her 3 times, could you please chill, let me talk, you had your turn. 3 times he told her. And then eventually he went off. He asserted himself, right? He showed his manhood, his authority. And as soon as he did that, the police officer hit him in the damn move and had him on the ground, and he was downtown in jail. So it's a psychological game here. These women know that the law and the courts are on their side, if they still want you to risk that to tame them. Like, they have effed up mindsets, and they're crazy as hell, and they want you to deal with that drama and that nonsense. And if you don't tolerate that, somehow you're not a real man or you're weak. Like, I don't get how that computes. I don't get how that makes any sense at all. It's a convoluted situation. It's mad confusing. On one hand, these women are saying this is a way that men show dominance and show that they're in charge and that they're alpha males or what have you. On the other hand, men know that once they do this, they're risking their freedom, whatever it might be. Some chicks might want you to put your hands on them. Some chicks who come from abusive relationships are retarded like that, and they don't know how to deal with a man who won't uh, argue with you or fight with you. They're used to that, and that's what they expect, and that's what they think manhood or masculinity is. I'll show my my dominance. By the moment you start acting like a fool, we'll never talk again. That is the only way I can see handling that situation. I don't tolerate that nonsense. I have no time to. It's not even in my things to do. If you need that, then fine. Find a dude that's going to give it to you. There's some dudes out there that like to play these crazy psychological games. A lot of them are locked up right now, and they have cases on them that they didn't even do anything, but because they wanted to play your little psychological game, they could. But back to the reality is, the basic theory is that men are saying we don't want hard women. We want women to be women, be feminine. So this is, and the translation is that makes you weak because you won't go out your way. Todd, one thing that's funny though in this conversation is these women are saying, because of course the conversation went back and forth and it got off topic and it was the same old typical gender war. Instead of addressing the reality that men are saying, and a woman posted the picture in the first place, but the woman was trying to teach other women this female was being reverent and trying to tell women that's what their mentality, the women who do this, their mentality is wrong, and no, you should not be acting like a cunt, and no, a man doesn't have to deal or tolerate with that nonsense. And scripture does tell men to avoid such women, and if you are a believer, which a lot of these women claim to be, then why are you acting like that?
Correct it, and then move forward from there instead of holding on to this anger. In my book, I have Are You an Angry Black Female test, and you could take it and see how you can change the way you think of certain situations, or how you can open your mind a little bit more so you're not angry at certain situations or situations that you shouldn't be angry at, and just realize that it's just ignorance on their part. And if you become the teacher, become the advisor of dealing with those questions, then you can help them move forward in their life as well. And that's what life is all about. It's helping each other move forward. This is deep over here. I've met a lot of white men that have always wanted to date black women.
All right, that's my rant. But yeah, I'm good with the angry birds, man. If you can't be a woman and conduct yourself like a human being and an adult and know how to control your and behave yourself, I ain't got time for that. And no dude should risk his freedom or his masculinity, his manhood, trying to prove any nonsense by tolerating your bipolar self. But anyways, I did this video like a couple months ago, or I did it a month ago, but I just not uploading today. But I saw that Robert Griffin, aka that Negro with the tattoos, did a similar video. I don't necessarily see eye to eye or do the same type of videos that he does, but on this video we see on the same page. But check out his video. I think he's what is it called? Oh, black men are not intimidated by black woman's success. But that's his video. But go check it out. Stay away from angry birds. If you want to play those games with the psychological messed up chicks and end up in jail, you do you. But I'm good.